Institute scholar and Fox News contributor, and Jared Mack, sports reporter and Fox News headlines 24/7. Gentlemen, good to see you tonight.
Good evening.
Mark, can these Olympics be saved in the future? Can they regain their former glory?
I think the Olympics are still great. And look, there's some of the coverage has been awful, especially the fawning over North Korea. And yes, there's corruption. I mean, the fact that the Russians are even there after that doping scandal that we discussed a few months ago at the 2014 Sochi Games is awful. But the reality is the Olympics aren't about the commentators. They're not about the organizers. They're about the athletes. It's about the stories. It's the ABC News, what you mentioned, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And we've had both of those in these games. We've had... Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've had the agony of defeat on the ski slopes with Lindsey Vonn in some cases. We had the figure skaters who fell. And then we had last night the thrill of victory. I stayed up with my kids till 2:30 in the morning watching the U.S. women win that gold medal against Canada, the redemption after that. They were minutes away from the gold medal in 2014 in Sochi and lost it, and to come back and win that. There's that snowboarder, Red Gerard, who said he hadn't even heard of the Olympics as a kid.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
My daughter's 12 years old. She's a hockey player. She dreams of being on that team one day. So that's great.
And I hope she is, because we're all going to go watch her. Jared, it is the snowboard culture. The snowboard culture is so different. And Red Gerard, who I thought was awesome, we featured him the night that he won his gold. He comes from a whole different world.
Snowboarding is where the United States has excelled better than any other event in the Olympics. Yep. In fact, 10 of our 21 medals so far for Team USA have either come in snowboarding or the freestyle skiing, which is very much like snowboarding. This is a sport that Americans excel in, very much like skateboarding. And isn't it interesting that the U.S. does excel at this? Because aren't we the ultimate look-at-me capital of the world? You think of all the selfies, and you look at the sports where we do excel at, they're the look-at-me sports. It's never been more acceptable, more popular to be a hot dog as an athlete today. We could look at it across sports. And I agree. I think, Martha, that we have different controversies at every Olympics, whether it be from doping or negative stories. As a sports fan, what I'm starting to miss is a sense of nationalism. We have too many athletes who are competing for countries that they're not necessarily from. A woman who's on the Jamaican bobsled team, she competed before for the American bobsled team.
How does that happen? I don't understand how that can happen.
And also that snowboarder, she's not from Hungary. She has a maternal grandparent who's from Hungary and is an American, and all of a sudden, so we're rooting for the jersey, for the uniform. I want to be rooting for the athlete and know that they are who they are.
Yeah. I love the Winter Olympics especially, and I have always enjoyed it. One thing, it's difficult. It's hard to watch. Last night I was trying to find out, how Lindsey Vonn did and if MacCallum Schifrin came in, medaled, and the time change is so dramatic. We're going to have Olympics in Asia three times in a row, and some people think that whole part of it is rigged too, Mark, as well. Quickly.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it's a 14-hour time difference. Not a lot of people were staying up until 2:30 in the morning with the Thiessen family watching the game last night, as would have been if that game was being played at, say, 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. So changing the time zone certainly would help.
Thanks, you guys. Good to see you. You're both gold medalists in our book tonight. We're going to take a quick break. More of the story when we come back.